Teamwork, kids. Yeah.
Yay, teamwork.
There you go. Work together. You can do it. You can do it. Work together. It's only 100 pounds of material that is easier for you to move because of simple machines. Welcome back to the channel. We have been traveling again. Now we're in San Antonio at the place we used to live. And we're going to be doing a lot of fun things around the house. We've been doing short-term rentals with this house, and that's been great. We've got a few maintenance items that we need to do in order to get it up to snuff. Right now, this big box right here is a filter for the pool, and so we're going to get the pool working and clear and good so we can swim while we're here, and then people will be able to use it while we're gone. Let me show you how we get that going. We've got this pool right here. Super awesome, especially when it's clean enough to swim in it. Let me show you the condition of the water. It actually is pretty phenomenal. If you think about the fact that the pump has not run at all. Look, you can even see the bottom. The pump has not run at all for like 8 or 9 months. Well, no. Yeah, I think since like August or September, it hasn't run, and I guess we're in February, so how many months that is. So what a deal. So I'm guessing if we get our vacuum in there running, it'll just suck up all that junk, that debris at the bottom of the pool. And then once we get the new filter hooked up, it'll be good to go. My family and I have had so many incredible experiences in this pool. We just love it. You know, when we bought this house, we would not have picked one with a pool. We would not have done that. However, we looked at how much it costs to fill this pool in versus rehab it. It's a little bit cheaper to rehab it. So glad we did, because it has just been so much fun. We've had every church organization from our church over having swim parties. This is about as big. It's a 20 foot by 40 foot, so it's as big as some community pools. This is a cool feature right here. It's a little frog, statue of a frog. This indicates where the deep end starts. So I got this vacuum a long while ago, years ago, and it has really been a big help. Yeah? Okay, good. One of the things that has happened is the tracks wear out, and then they fall off until we have some tracks down there somewhere. Just say hi to the people there.
What's this?
That is a tripod. So we have these tracks here. I'm going to put these new tracks on.
Here's a flag.
Which door?
Here's a flag.
Okay, I've got these new tracks on. Let me just check the bin here. This is a replacement bin as well. The other bin was a little bit broken, but this one looks very clean. Okay, so we're going to close this up. I'm going to lower this in.
No.
Now we're going to stretch this cord out. Okay, we need to stretch this cord out so it's not tangled up at all. Yeah, now there should be power. Push it. Okay, now push that button until there's a 1. Push that button right there. Okay, now wait. Now watch the vacuum. Watch the vacuum.
Dad, it goes to the.
It's going. It's going.
1 to the 2, Dad. 1 to the 2.
Oh, okay. Here, push it again until it's underneath the 1. Okay, so it's sucking. It's kind of on the seam right now, but it should be getting a bunch of junk up. But it is amazing how clear this water is when it hasn't been running for a long time. Okay, so while this is pumping up all this junk, I'm going to use my existing filter, run through, and just get a little bit of the junk up.
It's coming. It's coming. It's starting down as well.
Is it coming up the side?
It's coming. And that one is cleaning.
Yeah, we'll just let that vacuum run for a while. And we'll let the filter run while we put a little bit more water in the pool. And we get the other filter hooked up. Let me just check. It looks like the water level's a little bit low. Yeah, so you don't ever really want it to do this where it just kind of sucks as much as it can out of there. You want there to be level water in there. So the kids have been begging me to open up the umbrella. Look at all this money on the ground.
So much money.
Who's throwing money away? And it still looks great. Okay, let me get to the filter. Okay, so we bought this Zeo sand. It's for a sand filter for the pool. We decided to go from cartridge to sand, mainly for the ease of cleaning the filter. So we're going to put this in here. We heard, done some research that you've got to clean this sand before you put it in your filter. Because otherwise it just gets real dirty and all this junk goes into your filter. So we're just putting some water in here. If there's one of you want to get the pry bar right there, we're going to use that to clean this. Yep. So we're going to use that as like a stirring stick.
Can I stir?
Yes, please.
Can I stir?
Yes, feel free to start stirring.
It looks like it's hot.
It does, doesn't it?
It's really hot.
So we're just stirring that up. As it gets more full, I'll turn the water off so we can stir it up. We're going to dump it after just a minute. And then we're going to refill it. And the people on the reviews mentioned, so this is called Zeo sand. Zeolite filter media is supposedly super clear compared to just regular sand. And you don't have to use as much. And
I guess that's
it backwashes just like regular sand. So we'll see. Do what?
I guess that's why they say cleaner, because the water is super
Can you
dirty.
imagine if we just pumped all that into our pool? It'd take even longer to clean our pool. Going to unwrap the filter, the sand filter, and then I'm going to check out what kind of piping adjustments we're going to need. I'll give you my initial take on this. It's a Hayward 27-inch sand filter. Wow.
There it is.
This is significantly bigger around than that cartridge filter. You want to point it at that? Okay, so currently we've got this 1.5 inches going down there to that side. That's the from the pump, and then the return is coming out of there 1.5 inches as well, and it goes over here. So this valve all of it's on the same side. So that top one comes from the pump, and this one right here goes to the return. So maybe I'll point it like this, and then I can just redo how all of this plumbing is to then make it so it works with this new one. I have thought also about putting the new filter like over in this area, but I think it's a little bit too close to the electricity for my own safety or for my own preference. So I'm just going to cut this one out right now, and then we'll figure out how to assemble the other one. Sand stuff, the Zeo sand, into here. So I found this little cap that will fit over that pipe that I'm hoping will keep the sand from going out as I dump it in. There's not really, doesn't seem like anywhere there's really the best way to do this other than just a lot of manual tedious work. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to try first in dumping the sand that I have in here. The water still looks kind of murky even though I've washed it like 4 times. I'm going to try and dump it in there with a little bit of water, so that way it's a little bit liquefied, and hopefully it'll just pour in. One of the things that they say to be careful of is those little fingers down there. You don't want those things to break or get screwed up. So we're going to do that very carefully.
So I found a lizard. Actually, hold on. So I found a lizard, and it was gray with spots on it. And so it's really cool because we're in San Antonio, and there's lots of lizards in San Antonio. Bye.
I cleaned all the Zeo sand. I put 200 pounds of Zeo sand in. The instructions call for, here I'm running right now because I'm filling up the filter with water. So you can see inside of there all that sand. So instructions say to put 350 pounds of sand. The instructions on the Zeo sand say put half of the amount of Zeo sand that you would regular sand. And so I figure, you know what, topping it off just a little bit probably won't hurt. And I saw some reviews that said that if you put an extra 50 pounds in than what it calls for, it'll make a big difference. So that's what we're doing. And now I'm just filling it up a little bit with water. So now I'm gonna fill it up with water. I'm gonna go turn the water off. I'll put the valve on the top of the filter, and then after that, hopefully that hazy, dirty pool will get all cleaned up. I mean, I've got to do all the plumbing and all that kind of stuff as well. But we're walking in the right direction. I've got a lot of the PVC connected, as you can tell, redone from the other filter. I've got my fan club right over here. Say hi. And I'm going to start priming and gluing. Like that, I turned it on. Got the new plumbing in place. Just a couple of little drip leaks. I'll focus on those later. I did do a backwash, or a, what do they call it? Anyway, I did the backwash of this. And right now, it's running a little bit around 20 psi. So we're going to run this thing for several hours. Let me show you the pool. The pool, due to the disruption of the floor debris, is super murky now. Super murky. This vacuum has been doing a great job at clearing it out. It is just really murky. So here we are. I'll show you what happens after 8 or 9 hours of the filter running, but I'm hopeful that it'll be significantly clearer and enjoyable to swim in. Thanks for joining on this adventure. We've done several other things. The kids did an awesome show for us and jumped on the trampoline, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this was our main project for the day. And I'm hopeful it's going to turn out really good.